Check this out. The Americas is Grenada, Israel, the Promised Land. All of these are biblical place names in Utah, including Jerusalem. Utah's nickname is the Beehive State. There is a mountain in eastern Nevada named Mount Moriah, and it is over 12,000 feet high. In Utah, not only is there a river Jordan, but it runs out of a freshwater lake into the Great Salt Lake, which is remarkably like the Dead Sea. There is also a Mount Nebo in Utah, approximately 12,000 feet high. So yes, with evidence this strong, the real Judah was in Utah. People try to say that it was the Mormons that gave these places like Utah biblical names to support their position as Jews. However, this explanation fails miserably because there are no 12,000 feet high mountains in modern day Israel. Therefore, the real Judah or Israel had to be in Utah because it fits the description of the kingdom of Judah perfectly. The name Utah is derived from the name of the Ute tribe. It means the people of the mountains in the Ute language. According to other sources, Utah is derived from the Apache name Yuda, which means tall. In the so-called Spanish language, it was said as Utah. Subsequently, the English-speaking people adapted the word Utah. There is no J in Hebrew, therefore Judah is Yuda, especially when you consider the fact that the J and Y have the same meaning and numerical value and are interchangeable as a result. Manasseh, Mount Nebo, Mount Pisgah, Jericho, South Galilee, Ephraim, Daniel, Nephi, Moab, Eden, Goshen, Jordan. Come on, man. Part 2 coming soon.
Enough. I will hear no more of this Hebrew nonsense. Bring him to me.
Moses!
No!
Take the staff in your hand, Moses. Blood!
Pink Shore.
Are you tempted to get in the water?
Not really.
No.
If they wanted to get in.
It's a harmless bacteria. It just happens to be pigmented pink.
Aside from the color of the water, the Schwartzes say there's another notable difference.
I don't smell a whole lot of anything, and that's quite a bit different from...
We've been on the south part of the lake.
Years ago.
Just to see it, and it smelled horrible.
if a major earthquake were to hit the Wasatch Front.
Everything that's colored in red or pink is ground that is expected to liquefy.
Here's the horrifying projections for a 7 or greater magnitude quake along the Wasatch Front. 2,500 dead, 8,000 injured, 84,000 displaced homes, 330,000 homes without water for more than 90 days, and a $33 billion economic impact to the state.
It's overwhelming what we need to start doing.
The state has billions.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was black. Abraham, born in the city of a black man, called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was Jacob had 12 sons, for real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, Egyptians descended from Ham. 600 years later, my brothers, read up. Moses was born in...
I rest my case. So you should probably go worship, you know what I'm saying, the gods that come from your nationality of people, like Zeus, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know, those are the Greek gods, right? Right, those are the Roman gods and things of that nature. But walking around here saying Jesus Christ, and that's not even his name, the letter J wasn't even created until the 1600s. So how in the hell is that his name? His name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, because that is our original language, man, right? And the Most High has a name, and his name is Yahweh, man. So you got to learn some things before you start riding.
In the end. So in the end, it shows different individuals, I guess iconographers painting, and okay, that part's not surprising. But look at these individuals painting. And you can see he's painting one that's a little bit darker, but what got me is this one. This painting that everybody shows, or this picture. Look at the original picture here, and you can see this Russian iconographer, this original painting, and look at how he's painting it now. He's whitewashing it completely. He's got that one right next to him, and now he's completely copying it, the robe and all, with the fist. Look at the fist, or the hand, I guess. Look at the hand here, which once again we see that symbol. And I guess they're showing his hand in a different position. But look at how it's being whitewashed. And this is just showing someone like reading, I guess. And you can see how they have the older versions, the older Byzantine icons versus the newer European version of Christ that we're all accustomed to. And look at how they're painting now. But that one was a surprise that I wanted to show you all. So I'm glad that that picture is actually in this book, because that needs to be shared. This is ridiculous. This is outrageous, but it is not surprising. It has been going on for years. Think about Renaissance art. The transition from the Dark Ages, so from 400 to 500 AD to 1500 AD, the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages. And then at the 1600s, you start seeing paintings like this. You see where the darker paintings start to phase out of popularity, except for in churches and different icons, and you see an influx of these types of paintings, or that type of painting. And you could see in a cathedral, or like I suppose like a Russian church. I dare say perhaps even some of these are like synagogues based on just some of the motifs, but you see how they have the darker images in Europe. But will they show you that in the great US of A? No, not in the least bit. So look at this. Look at this. I may do a part 2 on the page that I left off on, just to show you all more pictures if you all would like. I want to do the PDF if I have time, but it's going to be a process. And this is just like a picture, I guess, of like a religious ceremony. Oh, and here's, you could see these religious individuals, like priests and clergymen, and you could see that idol, or I don't know what other way to describe it, of a religious, like a relic, I guess, or like an icon of like a biblical character. And look how dark it is. Now you can't tell me they don't know how to make statues of white porcelain. So this is very intentional, is what I'm trying to say. And then the bibliography, and it shows that picture again. But yes, this is a book of Russian icons. Once again, my version is in Italian. But here, once again, we see, now we know that this is supposed to be John the Baptist. But this is Russian icons. Thank you all. By the way, my name is Kay. You can refer to me as Kay. I know I went by other names a couple years back, but you can just call me Kay. So thank you all so much for watching my video and kind of going through an art history lesson with me through the time of the Byzantines, and I look forward to speaking to you all, and until we meet again, God willing, peace and blessings.